everyone doing today? My beautiful friends, today we're going to be creating the postcard that I promised you guys that we're going to do together, okay? Now, I'm going to show you how I made these really fun postcards. I think these turned out so beautiful. You can use these for your junk journaling pages or for any project that you really have that you want to add these to, okay? I just finished creating this one right now. I want to show you guys how I create them because it's super easy and really fun to create. Now, we did create our embellishments using these adorable embellishments right here. If you guys missed my last video, I showed you how to create these embellishments literally with just two things, a sticker and paper. We did this together, super easy, and now we're going to use what we created and turn it into a fun embellishment, okay? So if you haven't watched that video, I suggest you finish watching this video and then go back and then get an idea on how to create these literally simple embellishments, all right? Perfect. Now, for the postcards, I'm going to use this gorgeous paper that I have here. Now, you can use like actual postcards if you have. If you have images, you can use that. I'm using this paper because I have tons of it and I literally need to use my paper stash. And so I'm going to use this. This has images of postcards, which I just literally just fuzzy cut and use them for embellishments. You can also use paper that have images that kind of have like a handwriting, like letter or scripts or something like this, that also looks really like appealing and it's fun to use for embellishments as well, okay? Now, I do have a favorite paper pad that I recommend. If you are okay to spend a little bit of money, I absolutely recommend you to definitely get this paper pad. It is so beautiful. You can make so many embellishments. If you don't have a lot of like supplies at home and you're just starting out new with like scrapbooking and junk journaling and you need some papers that really help you put your projects together, this one is the one, okay? It has tons of images in here that you can use. I can literally make a series using this paper pad and creating embellishments only using this. Ooh, that sounds like a challenge. Maybe I should do that. I'm telling you, the images in this paper pad is incredible and you can use them for so many things, okay? So if you are okay to spend a little bit of money, I would absolutely recommend go for this. This is something that you're not going to regret and you're going to come back to me, you're going to be like, wow, Jenny, you're right. This is amazing. It's gorgeous, okay? Gorgeous. I don't know, that series using this sounds very tempting. What do you guys think? Let me know at the bottom of this video if you guys feel like that sounds like a good idea. Another thing that I recommend, oh my God, vellum. This paper pad is only vellum. You guys knows how much I love vellum, right? You guys knows how much I'm obsessed with vellum. I cannot stay away from vellum. And I gotta tell you, vellum is one of my favorite paper to work with. This is another one that is also very beautiful to work with. Everything you have in here is vellum. Again, you can make some amazing projects using this. I am obsessed with this paper pad. I literally have 3 of them, okay? I'm ashamed to say it, but I'm not. I do have 3 of them because I love them so much and I use them on all my junk journaling projects, okay? Another one that you can also use for fuzzy cutting and for a lot of like fun projects. I mean, these 2 paper pads, literally you can create amazing things with, okay? So, another thing is if you don't have any of these things at home and you maybe have some book pages that have images, just cut them out. I also do that as well, okay? These are birds that I got from a book page. I fuzzy cut them and I put them in little envelopes so I can have them ready so I can use them on my projects. We're going to be using this on another project that we're going to do together, but this is just giving you ideas on how you can kind of like put together your little, you know, stash on how to work with different things that you can create really wonderful projects with, and you literally don't have to spend a lot of money, okay? I'm so for like not spending money. Okay, let's put this together, okay? Get your postcards ready. I'm going to use one of these because this is a little bit bigger and I really love the colors on it, okay? So I'm going to cut it So what I did was I literally just fuzzy cut my postcard. And by the way, if you guys are not subscribed to my channel, what are you doing? Literally, subscribe, my love. Now, I want to get that kind of like the rough look. So I'm just cutting like zigzag, literally like just like this. Look, literally I'm just cutting zigzag. You have scissors that you can do that can do this also for you. I don't have any of my supplies with me. If you guys know, you know. I had to give it up a whole bunch of stuff that I owned, and my supplies are all in storage units. So I gotta work with what I have, and this works for me. You don't have to do that, but I love that kind of look. Okay, so now we have our postcards here ready. Let's try to put this together. Okay, so this is the image that we're going to use for a postcard. Literally just figure out where you want to put your image. I kind of want to put my image maybe here, because I want to also put some flowers. Now, you can use paper flowers. You can use whatever flowers you want. In this particular case, I use these really gorgeous paper flowers, which I am going to use also that I have here in front of me, okay? I'm going to use these 3 because I want to kind of finish this little pack. And I'm going to layer my flowers. I love layering because it just gives me like a really nice, beautiful, vintagey look to my projects. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this little stem in the middle because that is going to give too much bulk to my project, and I don't want that. So I'm going to remove very carefully the stem. All you got to do is just kind of play around with it, and it literally just comes out like that, okay? I'm going to do that to 2 of them because this one I'm going to leave alone. Just like that. And you can always save these little stems for another project that you want to create or you want to put together as well. See, so I got these 2 out. This is a great way to not create too much bulk on your project. I use this, let me show you. I use that kind of like method in my, if you guys watch my my challenge that I have going on, which is to scrapbook, and then every Sunday I show you guys my beautiful spreads. So I have this that I showed you last week. I showed you this spread, and as you can see here, this is the same thing. See, the same thing, but which hurt me, by the way, because this is such a gorgeous little piece to this flower, but I had to remove this because if I left it there, then it would just give my journal just a big bulk. You see that? It's too big. So I had to literally remove this little piece over here, and I just added a flat little embellishment, and that just literally helped my page look beautiful, and it's not too bulky, and it looks great. So that's a little tip, okay? Just a little tip in case that you don't want too much bulk on your projects. Okay, I have my hot glue here ready for me. And what I want to do is I want to layer these beautiful flowers, okay? But first, let's put some double-sided dimension tapes on the back of this embellishment because I kind of want her to kind of look a little bit like elevated. So how I do that is I use my Dollar Tree embellishment hack. Here we go. Go to the Dollar Tree, get these double-sided foam tapes, and that works amazing. And that's literally what I'm doing here. Okay, you're going to place it where however you want, and I'm going to place it there, and then I'm going to place these beautiful flowers like right next to each other. Okay, so let me glue this down first. And then we're going to add these literally right over here, and then this one I'm going to add right into, actually maybe we can add this, maybe we can do it like this, and then we can add this here. Okay, so let me hot glue this one first. I'm using my favorite hot glue gun here, And then I'm going to add this one here. Making sure that it doesn't cover the postcard's little sign right there. This one I'm going to add literally, let's see. I'm going to add this right here. Yep, right there. Right there. And you can tell already our embellishment is coming together beautiful. Look at that. Super simple. Look how beautiful this is. We're going to add a few more things, okay? What I want to add is I have here some really lovely like wax seals that I kind of did a while ago, and I still have tons of these left over. So I want to actually add my wax seal. And I also want to add another beautiful flower, which is this one that I also got at Michael's. I'm obsessed with this flower. You guys know how much I love this flower, right? So I want to actually add this flower somewhere around this area, perhaps maybe here, to give it a really pretty look. My sealed, maybe I'll add my sealed here. I don't know. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I'm going to add my seal right here, right in the middle. Oh yeah, that looks beautiful. You see that? That looks gorgeous, doesn't it? I love it. Let me add my seal first, my wax seal. Right in that middle. That looks gorgeous. I'm going to add my beautiful flower that I am obsessed. I love this flower. Right there. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some beautiful ribbon right up here. I also am tempted to use my stamp, my gorgeous sticker book that has all these amazing stamps in here. So I'm really tempted to do that. So I think I'm going to. Okay, I gotta find a little tiny stamp that I can use, and I'm trying to find like a blue one because it kind of goes together with this. Yeah. And I'm going to try my best to link everything for you guys at the bottom of this video in case you want to purchase any of these things. I am obsessed with the sticker book. This is my second order. I literally went through it like crazy. I'm obsessed with it and I absolutely love it so much. I'm going to put the stamp right there. Oh my God, that looks so cute. Oh, that looks so cute. Look at that. That stamp is amazing. I love that stamp. Okay, beautiful. I want to add some ribbon and we're going to call it a day, okay? Now, choose a ribbon that you want to add. Doesn't really matter which one, I guess, you know, just make it like something that you would actually use and that you would actually, you know, give a little bit of a character to your project if you want. It is really up to you. I think I'm going to add, I kind of love that right there, yeah? Yeah, I like that there. So let me add, let me see something, because I kind of want to also, I should use blue, because it makes sense, blue. Don't overthink it, okay? I'm overthinking this too much, as you can see here. Of course. Okay, I'm going to use the blue one, okay? Just because it makes sense. I'm going to use the blue one. So all I'm going to do is literally hot glue my ribbon. Now you can use it. You can hot glue it this way or you can hot glue it this way. I'm going to hot glue it this way because to me, I think it looks better that way. And I'm just going to put a little bit of dab of hot glue right here. And I like to work in sections because sometimes when I work and I put the hot glue all the way, it doesn't really work well for me. So I like to use it in like little sections, okay? So I just put a little bit of hot glue here. I glue down my ribbon and I keep going, okay? You can also use lace if you want. You don't have to really use ribbon. You can use lace. You can really use whatever you want or whatever you have. There you go. Okay, now you could do the same thing at the bottom if you want. I am going to, because I kind of like mine to look a little bit cohesive, so I'll do that. And then we have a beautiful embellishment that we can literally add to our project, and it didn't take us that long to create, as you can see here. Make sure you leave a little bit of extra on the end so you can chop it off later. Okay, I'm gonna show you how you're gonna do that with lighter. All right, let's finish this adorable embellishment. There we go. Let's cut off the extra. Okay, so what you're gonna do now, look at that. Now you wanna be creative, you wanna continue, you can also do the ends, okay? I'm not gonna do that because this video is already like too long, but you get the idea, okay? I like to use fire, okay? Because I like to trim my ribbon, and I like to use a little bit of fire to seal the ribbon, okay? All I do is I use a little bit of fire just like this, okay? And that already seals it, and it's not gonna do anything, okay? It's not gonna be messy. It literally is just gonna stay in place, and you're not gonna have any fridges going around or anything like that, okay? That usually works for me. I mean, if you have a different method, that's okay, but for me, that really works well. You just gotta be careful you don't burn yourself, please. Okay. Okay. And literally, that is how we create this really beautiful embellishment. Look how beautiful that turned out. I absolutely love it. Now, I'm obsessed with burning my edges of my paper. I've been doing that for the last few months, and I have been obsessed doing it so that it will be a nice way to give a nice texture to your paper. Let me show you. Obviously, be very careful you don't burn yourself, please, okay? But I love doing it. I love doing that. Okay, you see that? Look at that texture. How freaking awesome that looks. Just be careful you don't burn yourself, okay? Just take all precautions when you use fire, please. I do not want you to burn your house down. Please don't send me a message saying that my house is burned down. We don't want that, okay? Be very careful and take precautions when you're using fire, especially if you are underage, okay? Which you shouldn't be, but you never know. But this is the finished look of this amazing, beautiful postcard. Look how gorgeous that looks. I'm obsessed with the edges. Look at that. Oh my God, that looks so beautiful, doesn't it? I know, I love it.